Look at these. These were made with a cheap, lightweight camera that came out in 2015. Wow. All right, I've got my little bag that I showed you in the other video of what I fit in here. Well, I've got the same stuff and even more, and we're out in the real world, and I'm actually going to show you what I've got in my little camera bag, and we're going to use it out in the real world. I'm going to do a photo shoot with it, and I'm going to show you first what I have in here. It's pretty amazing. Now, remember in that last video I showed you I had a little Olympus in here. That wasn't my favorite camera. That was just a camera I was playing with at that time. But in this bag right now, I have my most favorite Micro Four Thirds camera that has a viewfinder and all the modern features. It is so lightweight, it's you don't even feel it. It feels like it's a hollow, empty toy. And that is a Lumix G7. This thing is so lightweight, it feels like it's hollow, like it's just plastic and it's hollow and has nothing in it. It weighs nothing. It has a flip-out screen, which is great for vlogging. Micro Four Thirds. The size is the same as a normal camera, but it's so lightweight. For me, weight is everything. And it has a really nice viewfinder. And I've got, anyways, let me show you what I've got. I've got the G7. It has a 30mm macro lens on it with the 64 polarizer, which is a 6-stop, ND filter, 6-stop ND filter and a polarizer. And that's what I'm going to need for using non-high-speed sync when using flashes, which I have 3 of in my bag. So, okay, so the cool thing about these lenses, all these Micro Four Thirds lenses, they're exact same filter size, which is 46, I believe. Anyway, so that's a 30mm macro. This is a 60mm macro. This is great for portraits, 2.8. I have a 14, 2.5. I have a 25, 1.4. I have a 25, 1.8. I have a 17 1.8. So look at all the lenses. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lenses and a full-bodied, this is a full normal size camera in this camera bag. I also have in here a GoPro for doing behind-the-scenes stuff. We're an Action, it's an Osmo Action 3. I also have 1, 2, 3, 80-100 strobes, more powerful than speed lights. I also have a mirror for my model to see what she's doing. I have in here, in this thing, I have actually 4 7-foot light stands with ball heads, which is great because I use ball heads for my AD100 lights. So for my light stands, get this. See this thing here? I got 4 of these. These are V-rigs. Check this out. They expand out really nice. And then I have my Aoka carbon fiber bases, which expand quite a bit. And they go at all different angles, which is great for rocky, uneven locations like this. And then this just screws right on here like this. And then I can make this, I can spread these wider, obviously, which is great because I can make these all different heights and things to make this nice and straight. And then you take one of these. Look how tall this is. I can go even taller than that because I have extension rods. So now I can go even taller if I wanted. And then the AD100 goes on that. And I have 3 of these. And we're ready to go. So let's start doing a photo shoot. And this is look at what I got in this little camera bag here. All right, let's do a photo shoot. First thing we got to do is take some test shots to see what we have to work with here, because there's a lot going on, which will determine our lighting and settings. Okay, here's our first test shot. Now notice how dark the trees are in the picture. They're almost black. So I'm going to turn on eye dynamic to make the darks lighter. And I'm also going to put a strobe up here to light up that patch of greenery back there. So this is not for her. This is to light up that black area over there. Okay, so here's that first picture again where the trees are really dark, and this is with eye dynamic turned on and one of my AD100s aiming at the tree. Big difference. Now I'm just starting with a medium lens here. This is 17 1.8, which helps me get my bearings so I can decide later if I want to go wider or narrower. We chose an orange shirt to stand out against the green background. Orange and green are on the opposite ends of the color wheel. So this is our start. I'm just dialing it in. This is just getting warmed up. It's good to do a series of warm-up shots just so the model can get in a groove, the photographer can get in his groove, get the lighting dialed in. No pressure here, just having fun. So today I'm using no modifiers at all. I've just got one bare AD100 lighting her up from one side and another AD100 lighting her up from the other side. And they're both zoomed in to 70 millimeters so the beams aren't that wide. And the sun is backlighting her hair, which looks really cool. Alright, so those are the warm-up shots. Now we're going to switch to my magical lens, the Lumix 25 1.4. This lens creates such a magical look. Look at that background. Look how 3D this looks. And that's a pretty wide lens. These look like shots from those 3D postcards from the 1960s. And the lighting and the colors too, for some reason. Like Technicolor. I love these. These AD100s are so easy and fun to work with. They don't weigh anything, and they pack quite a punch. This is just two little AD100s. The third one's lighting up the background. All right, now we're moving over a little bit to a tree here. I'm aiming the lights mainly at her face and upper body. A little bit of a spotlight area around her face. Playing with the settings, trying some different stuff. This one turned out pretty good. All right, I think we're ready to get serious now. Here we go. We're going to set up between this tree and this rock. This time I'm putting my third AD100 up high, aiming down from above to give her an edge light around her hair because there's no sunlight hitting her at all now. Still using the 25 1.4. Ready? Here we go. Look at that. It looks so 3D. Even with a full body shot with a wider lens in micro four thirds, you could still get that nice blurry background compression. These look like studio shots. It doesn't even look real. It looks like they're in some fake studio or something. I love this look. I know it looks a little staged and fake, but I love that. I love this. It's like, remember those Viewmaster things you look through in the 60s and 70s that give you a stereorama view of something in 3D? That's what this looks like. And this is just micro four thirds. This isn't full frame or even APS-C. And look at the look you can get. Look at the blurry background and the colors. The G7 gives you these beautiful colors. I didn't even touch up these colors. These are the exact colors I got out of the camera. I love this look. And this is with three AD100s. It's a really nice day here. The temperature was perfect, so we're just relaxing, taking our time. These kind of photo shoots are fun because there's no pressure, there's no heat, there's not a lot of people around. These are great. All right, one last location. We didn't even plan this. She was sitting on a rock, putting her shoes on. We thought we were done. And I said, hey, that looks really cool. Let me take some more pictures. So I put on my little Lumix 62.8 macro, tiny little lens. And look at this. Look how this looks. This looks so 3D. It looks so cool. This wasn't a planned picture or anything. It's just so cool. These turned out fantastic. The orange against the green and blue. The skin tones are perfect. Oh, these are great. I just love these. And this is a lightweight micro four thirds camera that came out in 2015. This is not a new camera. Look at this. You don't need new cameras to take great pictures. Look at this little tiny lens that I'm using. This is an Olympus 60mm 2.8 macro. It's so small. It's like a little cigar. And even though it's just 2.8, look at the 3D effect this thing gives you. So you can travel light with small stuff and get great pictures. And I've got 3 strobes in my kit. And then when you're done, these things collapse so easy. It collapses and unscrews to a tiny little thing. Light stand and light. So that's our little photo shoot for the day. It makes a big difference between theoretical in the studio, what you can fit in a bag, and getting out in the real world and trying it all and seeing if everything works. You know, can the stands actually hold up the weights? How does it go against the wind? Everything worked great. Everything looks great. Matter of fact, I'm shooting this angle right here with the G7 and the 60mm. It's a great lens. They're all great lenses. They're all really small. These micro four thirds lenses are so small and lightweight.
Micro four thirds.
What?
Micro 3/3 or whatever. They are small.
You don't even know what I'm talking about. Anyway, it's great to have something you can fit a kit with 3 strobe lights that you can. I mean, that's overkill. Some people only use 1. 2 for a lot of people that's all you need. I have 3 for, you never know. I was lighting up the background with one of them, or a hair light from back here. And the G7 is a great camera. I love it. So that's it. That's our little thing for today. Hope you were inspired. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.